Hello, algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here with another flipped lesson. This is lesson 12, and we're continuing to make sure we're experts at using T-charts. Now, I want you to go ahead. I'm going to do less talking on this one. I'm going to let you go ahead and see this one. Pause it, see what you can do with it on your own, and then I will come back and do it for you. And you'll see if you pick the same points I do, and if not, if you get the same line I do. Remember, you can pick any values for x. Some will be easier to work with than others. Okay. All right, if you're still watching at the point, I assume you want to see my solution. Well, first I'm going to write in negative 3x plus 2y equals 12 right there. I'm going to put 0 in for x. And I'm going to get the equation 2y equals 12, and therefore y is going to equal 6. So I know 0, 6 is on my graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you didn't choose 0 for x, I think you're doing it the hard way, but it's not wrong. Make sure your line goes through the point 0, 6. If it does, you probably did something right. Okay, now I'm going to use 0 for y, and that'll give me the equation 3x equals 12. Now you should be realizing that this 2y is going to turn to 0. In the blue equation, the negative 3x turned to 0. All right, so I'm going to divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, and x will equal negative 4. So I'm going to get negative 4 right there. So negative 4, 0. Is your line going through negative 4, 0? If it is, kudos to you. All right, I need one more, excuse me, one more point, and I'm going to stop and think here. I'm going to pick something that when I multiply it by 3, negative 3, is going to give me an even number so that 2y will divide into it once I add or subtract over there. So I'm going to let x be 2. And when I plug 2 in, I'm going to get negative 3 times 2 plus 2y. That's going to equal 12. So negative 6 plus 2y equals 12. I'll add 6 to each side. End up with 2y equals 18. And then y is going to equal 9. All right, so y is 9, so I'm going to get the point 29, and I'll go plot that. 29 should be right there. And do the 3 points look like they're on the same line? They should, but let's draw the line in and see. Yep, they sure do look like they're on the same line. Now remember, I'm not going to stop it there. I'm going to extend it and put an arrow on the end, and there you go. All right. Let's go down to the second example. Now, a lot of kids have a hard time with this one. Let me write in this equation, x equals 4. Now, you can't put 0 in for x on this one. You know why? Read the equation. X equals 4. What do you think x has to be? You don't know? Read the equation. X equals 4. What do you think x has to be? If you still don't know, read the equation one more time and listen to yourself. X must equal 4. Now, there's no y in the equation. Okay? That doesn't mean there isn't a y value. Y can be any number that I want. I'll make it 0. So the point 4, 0 is on the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. Okay. Now I need another point. What does x have to be? You don't know? Read the equation. X equals 4. But I can't say that y is 0 again because that'll give me the same exact point. But I know it's a linear equation, so I can pick any y value I want. I'll pick 2 this time. 4, 2 must be on the graph. 4, 1, 2, there we go. And let's go for one more point. I'll bet you know what x is going to be. Yep, you guessed it. Y, any y you want. I'll choose -5 this time. 4, -5 will be on the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. Oops, wrong button. I'm ready to draw my line. It's a vertical line, yeah. When you get an equation where x equals 4, or x equals 10, or x equals -1, it's always going to be a vertical line. All right. Ooh, I lost my mouse. There it is. Okay. Let's see what you can do with this one. The equation is y equals -2. I'm going to be quiet. You can go ahead and pause. See if you can come up with a t-table for it and a graph. And then when you're ready, unpause the video. Okay, on this one, I know that y has to equal -2. I'm going to get 3 y values, but they're always going to be -2. So when I do my ordered pair, I'm always going to have -2 in the y coordinate. Okay, so I'm dealing with a linear equation. I can pick any x value I want. Maybe I'll pick -7, and then I'll pick 0, and then I'll pick 10. So, -7, 0, 10. Oops, not 2, 10. Now I gotta tell you, lots of times kids have trouble with these equations, like number 2 and number 3. They are so simple. -7, let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7, -2. Yeah, they're less work. 0, -2, and 10, -2. They're less work than any other problems we do in class of this nature. So you can see that when I graph this one, I get a horizontal line. Yeah, and I want to change it so that it is a line that goes on in both directions forever. And there you go. That's it. All right, that's your lesson for tonight. Mr. Lawrence signing off. Good night, everybody.